I think I'm back online. I had to climb on top of a mountain.
All right, well, whatever it takes. Now let's both of us climb on top of the mountain, hold those cans up with the long line, and head back to Las Vegas as we continue talking about Fight Night 224 Saturday night. Let's welcome to the program Tyson Nam. Tyson, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's your guys' day going?
Not bad for us, but you're the one with the busy week, Fight Week. Talk to us about that. What's Fight Week like for you?
You know, fight week is not actually a busy week, but it's very strategic in the sense of, timing process of when to eat, when to train. So, I mean, that's the busy side of it, but otherwise, we just laying around all day, just being bored. It's so hot outside that we can't even walk around, so we are just nearly just be imprisoned inside of this hotel room and watch people have fun outside.
I was just there for International Fight Week. We broadcasted all week, and you're right. We're based in Florida, and our hot and that heat is two entirely different things.
A little bit different.
Hey Tyson, so I'm down here in Brazil, and we were just talking last segment about the fight culture. Obviously, we know the great champions that come from Brazil, and it's alive and well here in the fabric of the community. What's it like in Hawaii? I mean, we know with BJ Penn, Kendall Grove, Max Holloway. I mean, the fight community in Hawaii has got to be incredible, right?
Hawaii's off the chains for fighting. We have such great athletes, combative athletes, but I think the one thing that it comes down to in Hawaii is just discipline. That's all. There's always something better to do. We got the beach, we got some picnics, we got some pork and gravy all over our rice to eat. So it just comes down to discipline with these local boys. Otherwise, we got some of the best fighters in the world.
And Tyson, it's very similar to us, here in the Tampa Bay area in Florida. The beaches allegedly, to somebody, I don't know who it was, the Travel Channel said it's the #1 beach in the world. And people said about the sports teams here that they don't pre-sell tickets, and it's for that exact reason. We want to see, is it beach weather today? Is it, can I go out today? Because it rains here a ton as well. I think that's one of the problems here in this state is the discipline that I know that it is in Brazil and that I know that it is in Hawaii.
Because, like when, let's say, fighters in Hawaii are disciplined, outcomes like a Max Holloway, go to featherweight, things like that happen. So when you got everything going for you as well as just even a little bit of discipline, we pop out some great athletes, great fighters. And just as well as in your area as well, too.
I'll tell you a quick funny story about another Hawaiian, Shane Victorino. I don't know if you're familiar with him. Are you?
Baseball player.
Right. Baseball player, Shane Victorino, a very good friend of mine. And so a lot of times in baseball, they purposely hit players and, it's their way of retaliating after a home run, which makes zero sense. I get that. And most players get upset. Shane got hit once and he yelled at the pitcher, "Don't hit me in the head, hit me here." And he's like pointing, to his side, because obviously you don't want to hit somebody in the head. But where most, players are like, "Don't hit me at all," Shane isn't saying "don't hit me." He's just telling you where to hit him. I just found that always funny.
We grow up tough out in Hawaii. If we get hit with a ball, we get hit with a bat. I mean, it's all the same. And the body's better than the head. The head is a little bit more like threatening, but yeah, hit us in the shoulder, hit us in the leg, hit us in the butt or something. Not in the head.
Not in the head.
That's the fight. That's the fight in the parking lot after.
Oh, that's awesome. Give me your thoughts on your opponent Saturday night.
Azat Maksum. He's from Kazakhstan. He's young. He's probably a future champ, hopeful future champ. That's all I know.
And honestly, and I ask fighters this, do you even need to know more? Isn't it just as much, if not more, what you're going to do than what he has done or what he can do?
Well, in this day and age, you like to know as much as possible for that. We have the technology of YouTube, some videos, just to be a little bit more prepared than, say, like 10 years ago. So we're fighting on the biggest stage in the UFC for the entire world to see. So we just want to make sure that we come in as best prepared as possible.
The reason that I say it that way is I remember vividly when Randy Couture fought Tim Sylvia for the heavyweight title, and Randy said that he had this whole game plan and he was going to throw, and I don't remember what the two things were, a right cross and a leg kick, and he throws the right cross and he goes to throw the leg kick, and Tim's gone because he'd already knocked him down. So you can plan all those things and watch all this video and stuff, and I'm just saying it doesn't always play out that way.
Sure, but I mean, it's always better to be
Prepared
to have and not need and not have. So that's what happens when you throw. I mean, even my old boxing coach always said, you hit them with a good 1-2. You might not have to even follow up with the 3, so you might as well throw it good first. So same along those same lines.
Sure. You've been fighting professionally for, I believe it's just over 17 years. How has the sport changed over those 17 years for you?
Dang, has it been that long?
Yeah.
I just started like a couple of years ago. But when I first started, it wasn't even a cool thing to do. We just literally did it on a weekend. There wasn't anything better to do than just to get into a fist fight, which we probably would have gotten into a fist fight at a bar or something on top of a Saturday. So it went from that to what you have now, actual, professional athletes. There's a lot of science that goes into how we train, how we eat, and it's like night and day different.
Is it something like, and again, you're an athlete, I'm a fat, out of shape. I always say my next weight cut will be my cremation. Is there something that you wished you could do? And whether it's a cheat thing or not, whether, a hot fudge sundae or, I don't know what that cheat thing would be for you. But you can't because you have to stay disciplined, and we just talked about the discipline. Is there something like that in your life and in your food?
Oh, I want to eat everything in sight. I want to say my favorite thing to go to is pasta, pizza, but I can't eat any carbs. I gotta lose this weight because I'm probably literally sitting around 6-7% body fat, so any little bit it'll stick onto my body. So everything and anything. Carbs, pasta, pizza, ice cream, shit. I'll eat it all if I could have the chance. But discipline, just because I really take this serious, just because I know that I'm going to be on national television and I don't want to make a fool out of myself.
And as you say that, Tyson, I don't know if you're watching this season of The Ultimate Fighter, and it's former UFC fighters against potentials. And every single one of them said that their fight was to get to the UFC, and once they did, they felt they made it. And they didn't train all the time. They maybe snuck in, an ice cream or a pizza. Are you watching that, and can you kind of relate to that? And that's another reason why you're doing it the way you're doing it.
I haven't paid attention to the season honestly, but I know exactly what they're talking about in the sense. But, when I got into the UFC, I was already 36. I already had a very long career. So, to me, when I got in, I was already on borrowed time. So, I'm literally treating every fight like it could be my last. Tomorrow I might get fired. So, I'm trying to do everything I can while I can until it's over.
What's the craziest, funniest, strangest thing that's ever happened in the middle of a fight involving you?
In the middle of a fight.
I've heard some great stories.
Oh, I believe my opponent was trying to bite my chin.
Okay.
It was the late Albert Manners, one of BJ Penn's boys, back out in Hawaii, and he was getting tired. I had him on the ground out punching him, and I feel this sharp pain on my chin, and like I realized like he was trying to bite me. I'm like, ref, this guy's trying to bite me. Like, doesn't even. The ref didn't care, and I think he tried to bite me one more time. I was like, all right, let's stand up. I'm about to punch you in the face again.
Let's end
I'm
this.
not going to let you bite me anymore.
Let's end this quickly. That's funny. What can the fans expect to see Saturday night when they tune in to UFC Fight Night 224 and you get back in that octagon and the door shuts?
Fire. We got Old Lion versus Young Lion, and I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. So you're going to see a lot of action and a lot of fire.
Very good stuff. Tyson, sir, thank you very much for your time. Have fun on Saturday. I know what this work is all for, is for the enjoyment and reward on Saturday. I know we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong. Enjoy that as well. And again, have fun on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Tyson Nam getting back in the octagon on Saturday. Like I said, UFC Fight Night 224. Let's hit a quick break. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong, Staff Zone, and Bucked Up Energy Drink.